إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. First of all, I would like really to thank you all for taking the time and listening to my small chat with you. What I'm going to be talking about is your responsibility as a Muslim to convey the message to all the people all over the world, especially those who don't know anything about Islam. Because your duty as a Muslim, we're supposed to represent Islam in the best way and convey the message of Islam to all in the most beautiful way. It's an honor to carry this message of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And without that honor, you are deprived of a lot of greatness and a blessing, whether it is for you as an individual or your family. Assalamu alaikum. Again, this is Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary. I didn't mention my name at the beginning, but my message to you, as I mentioned, your duty as a Muslim to convey beautifully the message of Islam to all. Now, this message is the message of all the prophets and messengers who came through the annals of history to tell us who is Allah and how we're supposed to be worshipping Him. And that's the message of all the prophets. So basically, if you carry this message and you follow this message, you are following the best men ever existed for humanity, who came to tell us how to worship, how to conduct our life. So with this, I would like really to tell you to join our program, international program, which is called EIECC. And this is what I'm going to be talking about in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum again. This is Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary again. And this time I'm going to be talking about the EIECC, the international program that we've designed and we've marketed all over the world. And it's a methodology and a process that we'd love to see people really understanding it so that they know how to improve themselves, to improve their English communication skills, to present Islam beautifully to the whole world. So EIECC stands for what? Simple. E, effective, Islamic, English, cross-cultural communication. This is what the EIECC stands for. So effective, Islamic, English, cross-cultural communication. Now, what are the main objectives of EIECC? Again, EIECC is not a content, it's a methodology. We share it with the people all over the world to make sure that when we talk about character, when we are proud of our character, we improve ourselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, let me now talk about the EIECC main goals, the general goals. Now, the first goal is to develop global leaders from within to present Islam so beautifully and be proud of their Islamic culture. That's number one. Number two is to have those who speak the language to become Islamic exhibit on the move. To be an Islamic exhibit on the move, this is the second goal. The third goal is to develop and form communities of commitment where they can work together, learn from each other, and present Islam together through very innovative projects that will make a big impact on the world and the people, and make people really understand what Islam stands for. Okay, Bismillah wa salatu salam ala Rasulullah. This is again Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary talking about the EIECC. Now, we talked about the goals, the main goals. Now, who are the participants that we target? Basically, anybody who speaks English language, whether he is intermediate level English, this is a minimum, or advanced, or even native speakers, because this is a leadership program and cross-cultural communication program in addition to Islamic English program. So this is whom we target in general. And I'll talk about how the schedule of the program, how it is planned. I'll talk about it later on in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum again. This is Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary. Now I'm going to talk about the schedule and the plan of EIECC. Usually what we do is we tell people, we announce the program. People come for 3 days, 15 hours. We call this the foundation, EIECC Foundation. Then people are supposed to form into teams and groups, and they do certain applications and assignments for 8 weeks, about 40 hours. Of course, when I say 8 weeks, I don't mean full 8 weeks. I'm speaking about 2 hours every week. They meet together, and they are supposed to use the methodology of EIECC. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. I'm going to talk about the curriculum that we use. We usually partner with accredited centers by governments, those who are already in the field, and they have very valuable and evaluated content that is really basic, that talks about Islam in general, and we use this same content. We partner with these centers. We use this in the training. So it's not really the content. We don't do the content. We just use available content that is already known and official, so that we know that it is, Islamically well researched. That's what we usually do. Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary. To continue where I left, I would like now to talk about the methodology that we apply. The official, or not official, the philosophy of EIECC is based on something in education called constructivist approach. And it is based on a model called self-directed learning teams, the way towards a knowledge society in cross-cultural communication to present Islam. So this is our model. So basically we form teams, and they work by themselves, and they develop themselves, and they evaluate themselves, and we try to reach to communities of commitment that will present Islam all over the world. And we call these communities of commitment cross-cultural communication communities to present Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, this is Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary. Now, what are the topics of these workshops that we have that come under EIECC? There are many topics. For example, we have Discover Its Beauty. That's one workshop. We have, for example, Present Islam through Present Islam through the Adhan. That's another workshop. There is another topic called How Can We Win Hearts? That's another workshop. Also, there is Discover Its Beauty. I think I've mentioned this earlier. There is also Be an Islamic Exhibit on the Move workshop. Another workshop is Present Prophet Muhammad to the world so beautifully and eloquently workshop. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad. And there is also a workshop about, improve your Islamic English to present Ramadan to the whole world, or the Hajj, or any season. Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary again, continuing where also I left before. Now, of course, just to wrap it up, EIECC is an international program. EIECC is a must to know. EIECC is very important for those students who are studying abroad. All the students who are studying in English language, or even in different languages, because it's a methodology that can be used even in different languages, not just English language, by the way. If you use this same methodology in French, in German, whatever language, also you will excel in presenting Islam. So my advice to all those who speak English, to start basically using it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And through this methodology, they will improve their Islamic English, they will improve their communication skills, they will improve their cross-cultural communication, they will improve their learning, the way they learn, they will improve their Islamic English, they will improve a lot of things, they will improve their discussion. To continue where I left also is, when you attend the EIECC, you'll improve your Islamic English, you'll improve your discussion, you'll improve your presentation skills, you'll improve your process of learning, you'll improve your critical thinking, you'll improve how to work in teams. You will be ready to really be proud of your religion and present it when it is distorted or you hear something bad in the media. Wherever you're going to be also, you'll be an Islamic exhibit on the move. And most importantly, Hinna, we want you to become, in your communication, reach the peak. What are the three peaks that we want you to reach? We want you to be yourself, we want you to be spontaneous, we want you to be quick-witted, you know how to deal with situations, you know how to discuss about any Islamic subject in a very fluent way, a nice way, a natural way.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To continue what I left about EIECC, now remember, in EIECC you're not just learning, because it's learning and a practical application at the same time. So it's not just a matter of you attending with us the workshop or after that the 8 weeks. both in the 3 days that you spend with us, the 15 hours, or the 30 hours, altogether 55 hours that you spend with us, the 3 days, on your own with your teams. You are supposed to be learning, evaluating each other, presenting to each other, presenting to the world your messages and your cooked up messages, your cross-cultural cooked up messages, because you're supposed to come up with messages, okay, using the methodology of EIECC. Then you take this, then you take these messages and share it with the world through the social media, and you turn them into a products, whether it's a YouTube or a leaflets or a brochures or a PowerPoint presentation. To wrap it up and mention something very important here, is that you are required to do some assignments after EIECC, and these assignments basically you're supposed to read in using the same way we've taught you in the workshop. So you're supposed to cook up. This is what I said, cook up cross-cultural communication. You have content, several contents. You're supposed to use this content, cook it up, ingredients, turn it into your own original messages. You're supposed to come up with 35 messages. You're supposed to meet 3 non-Muslim face-to-face, and you're supposed to also share your messages through the social media. And you're expected at the end of the 8 week to do a beautiful PowerPoint presentation as a final presentation given to non-Muslim. Assalamu alaikum again, this is Dr. Khalid Al-Dossary. Yeah, and one thing that I need to remind people who attend EIECC, that what you are doing here and what we're doing here is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you want this work or this learning to be blessed, you're supposed to intend that it is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because this is not meant for dunya. It is meant for akhirah. At the end of the day, you are the one who will be gained. So you have to exert your effort, put a lot of effort into this so that you improve yourself, present Islam the best way, enjoy your cross-cultural communication, but most importantly, intend that it is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Thank you.